Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. And my name is Dr. Erica of Team IMG Helping Hands. Such a pleasure being here. And again, as a reminder, I do want to remind everybody of our current research projects. Those are some of the opportunities that we currently have available here at IMG Helping Hands in order to best assist you at becoming the most competitive applicant possible. We do offer a variety of opportunities, including CV, revisal, mock interviews. We do also offer opportunities such as rotations, whether they are virtual or in person as well. But the most popular opportunity, or the opportunity that people are really taking advantage of the most right now, are our research modules. And so, as always, we do currently have two different types of research modules available, which include our narrative research module, and we also have systematic meta-analysis research modules as well. Again, all of these opportunities, regardless of whichever one you take advantage of, will definitely assist and equip you at becoming a more competitive applicant. And speaking of the research modules that we have available, I'm curious to know if Dr. Kiani is here with us right now. We have a very distinguished guest, two distinguished guests with us, one of them being Dr. Kiani. And I'm so eager to introduce them to everybody here in the webinar. Dr. Kiani, are you here with us?
Yes. Hello, Dr. Erica. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be, part of a webinar conducted by IMG Helping Hands.
It's such a pleasure, and thank you so much for being here with us, Dr. Kiani. So, Dr. Kiani, a quick introduction to everybody. Dr. Kiani is an individual who has worked with us here at IMG Helping Hands as well. If you don't mind sharing a little bit more about your involvement with the research projects that you have done here at IMG Helping Hands.
Yes, sure, of course. So for all those present in this webinar, I am, a proud mentee of IMG Helping Hands and have been involved with IMG Helping Hands for my research projects for about 2 years now. I was in my medical school when I joined IMG Helping Hands. And to be very honest, I had little or I would say no clue about how research projects work, what is, how to write a manuscript, how to publish a paper, let alone a PubMed-indexed publication. So I was in my fourth year of my medical school when I joined IMG Helping Hands, and it has been, truly a wonderful journey. And just to let you all know, now I have three publications, all PubMed-indexed publications, and the best part about this organization is that they let you be autonomous in your research work, from the idea to the publication. And I have first authorship in two of my modules. So yeah, it has been a wonderful journey so far.
Wow. Wow, no, that's amazing. And so, could you tell us a little bit more about your experience? I do believe you mentioned you had no research experience whatsoever. Was that, did that make you a bit nervous? You know, um, was the what was the learning process like throughout the research modules, Dr. Kiani?
Yes, sure, of course. So the thing is, when I was in my third, fourth year of my medical school, that is when I decided that I wanted to pursue the USMLE journey. And there was this, anxiety looming along that research publications have a lot of weightage in the ERAS application and stuff. But I don't know about rest of the countries. I have heard that IMG Helping Hands is a big network of different countries, but from where I belong, in Asian countries, there is no proper mentorship programs, and there was this perception that a lot of organizations scam IMGs because they know their weakness, that they need to learn research, and maybe some of them do not even provide legit publication. So yes, that was my first experience when I joined IMG Helping Hands. I was in contact with the coordinator of IMG Helping Hands, Dr. Chaudhary. He was very nice. He explained everything to me, and that was my first time when I was involved in a research project. There were around or so mentees in one project, and each and the project was headed by a very experienced mentor. So she took us from the first lecture, from topic selection to how to write a manuscript, how to do a literature review. Um, and the sequence of the authorship totally depends upon how much work, how much effort you are putting in. So they have a strict policy of they do not pre-sell publications, which is I must say, I mean, an amazing thing to have as an organization. So besides this publication, they provide a lot of mentorship as well on your personal journey, on how to they take you with every step on how to write the manuscript, how to proofread the manuscript, what are the 3 4 things that you need to assess before submitting the paper to the journal, how to choose a journal. So all of this is included in this project. And even after my first publication, I was very confident that I can now write my own paper as well. But it's never it's always a good idea, I would say, to have every publication supervised by an experienced mentor, because you never know uh, which journal has what kind of requirements. So Angel Finance, guides you through all of this process, which is amazing, of course.
Wow, wow. No, I love that. And I think the best part, again, the best part that you mentioned is just really the support that you receive all throughout your research modules. So from going to, from zero to minimal experience, and now, you mentioned that even now you create and you write your own research papers as well. Is that correct, Dr. Kiani?
Yeah, I mean, when you are starting your research journey, you don't even know what kind of research projects are there for you to write, which projects you can write alone, in which project you need a proper formal team, from in which projects you need a database. So yes, an individual, if he or she knows how to write a publication, they can definitely write a project, review papers, case reports, letter to editors by their own, because I have been walked through all of this process by this organization.
Mhm. No, I love that. And again, just the fact that you are not only taught but supported all throughout the way, because I know there can be instances where organizations, I mean, at the end of the day, everything is an investment, and the biggest investment is yourself. You are your biggest investment. And as you mentioned, some individuals tend to take advantage of that by saying, by claiming their research opportunities, but they're actually just writing your name on a pre-created research paper, which again is definitely not something we do here. As you said, this is something that you create from scratch with your research mentor based on the topic that is chosen. And, regardless of whether or not you have experience, you go through this research writing experience alongside your mentor, and not just your mentor, but you also have a dedicated cohort, correct? You get to work with other individuals too.
Yes, of course. So, I mean, let me share this story with everyone who are, part of this webinar. I was in New York for my clinical rotations when, this idea of doing research and publications, got up in my head. And I was a part of various IMG groups where, ideas and posters were shared that this and this publication, you have an opportunity to be a co-author. And whenever, I would reach out to that admin of the group, or, whoever person shared that poster or topic, none of them had this thing that you can work on your own and your work will decide your authorship. So they always had, our first authorship spot is taken, you can take up the fourth authorship spot, or you can take up the sixth authorship spot, and all of those authorship sequences had a different amount of money that I had to pay. So I was very anxious when I joined my first research project. And now coming back to your question, yeah, of course, this the guidance to write a research publication is one thing, but the support that you get along the way is another thing. Of course, the module was supervised by a mentor, but there were, as I said, around 7 to 8 other people in each group who were contributing to the research project. So it was not very heavy responsibility on your shoulders, I would say. Everyone was pitching in for the ideas, for the writing part. If I was not available in this and this date, so another mentee would jump in and say, volunteer that I would do the editing part. People had to make their own figures, so it was a very I wouldn't call it a research module. I honestly, I would call it an interactive workshop kind of thing, where you are you're taught and you are encouraged to do your own stuff. I was a little, I'll be honest, because I come from an Asian country. So um, I was a little, dicey when I was enrolling in the research module for my first research module. So, but that experience, left such a mark that I decided to enroll in two more modules, and I'm, thinking of joining a fourth module with I'm Helping Hands, because now I know how to write a research paper, but the support is not that you get anywhere else. So one of the modules, I mean, let me give you an example of that. One of my modules, it was my second publication. I think, yeah. So it was my second publication with IMG Helping